In 2022, it is possible to feed a family of 5 with 100 euros of shopping for a week. We tried it and this is what happened. Phase 1, draft the menu. So, we've made a first draft of the menu. Let's move on to phase 2. Shopping list to try to understand if the menu we've put together is feasible or not, if we need to change something. Now we're going to sift through all the supermarket flyers to understand where there are offers based on the ingredients we've chosen. The first problems are starting to arise because we wanted to go shopping tomorrow, but there are no offers in the supermarkets. There's not much. The only ones that are available expire today, so we have to split our shopping into 2 halves, half today and half tomorrow. Okay, so we're already encountering problems because we thought we'd get our vegetables here, but they're too expensive and not even that nice. Okay, so the first shopping trip is done. We've been sweating bullets. We're already sweating bullets. And then the hard part is that no matter how you plan something on paper, maybe the offer isn't there, or this isn't there, or it costs more. Here we are with our shopping. Let's see how much the first receipt is. 45 euros and 94. So this is the first shopping we have done. 2 bottles of tomato puree, 12 cans of tuna, half a kilo of chickpeas, half a kilo of beans, a kilo of sugar, 2 packs of bread. Well guys, by the way, leave a like under this video for 2 reasons. The first is that I am sacrificing my diet to do this challenge. And the second reason to leave a like is because if we reach 3,000 likes with this video, we will do the next challenge with an 80 euro budget. And of course, subscribe to the channel. 1 kilogram of tortiglioni and 1 kilogram of fusilli. 400 grams of fresh mozzarella, 250 grams of cheddar butter slices, 160 grams of bacon, 2 white yogurts, a can of peas and a can of corn, 1 kilogram of carrots. Puff pastry, 3 kilograms of flour, 1¼ kilograms of cod, frozen cauliflower to add.
To this total, we add 2 euros and 15 cents because we bought 5 kilograms of basmati rice. We will only use 1.
The point is, it was worth it because guys, if you want to spend less at the supermarket, you have to buy in bulk and especially compare the price per kilogram. So this is the first part of the shopping. Tomorrow, second part of the shopping. Lorenzino is also with us this morning. For this shopping, we came from Penny Market, also because we have an 8 euro voucher that we will obviously take advantage of. Finished shopping, but there's an issue in the sense that we had to get quite a few eggs and there weren't any, so now we've come to another Penny nearby to see if there are any. Otherwise, I don't know, we have to find another solution. We did it, we found the eggs. Spectacular price because it was 1.75 for 10 eggs. So for this second shopping, we have 7 euros, the receipt of the eggs. We have 38.02 and from yesterday, 45.94. So, for this second shopping, we have 5 liters of milk, a packet of coffee, 200 grams of grated cheese, 900 grams of ricotta, a jar of pickles, and a jar of black olives. 2 jars of jam, 40 eggs, whole piece of cooked ham, 800 grams. 1 kilogram of onions, 1 kilogram of zucchini, 1 kilogram of mixed minced meat, 1 kilogram of plums. Cabbage, these were 1 kilogram and 6, 1 kilogram and 7, something like that. 1 kilogram of apples. 8 to 900 grams of red peppers, 1 kilogram, and 4 of vine tomatoes. And then we got a head of iceberg lettuce here attached to the refrigerator. There's our nice menu. Today we start with the first cake for tomorrow's breakfast, because otherwise we wouldn't have the time. So let's make a
simple yogurt cake and...
But the measurements are 1 yogurt and how much flour?
1 yogurt, 2 of sugar, 3 of flour.
Okay, very simple. Then 3 eggs and half a packet of yeast and...
half a yogurt of oil or butter.
Then cook at 170 degrees for...
30 minutes.
And here it is. The first recipe of our challenge. Day 1, the challenge has officially begun. And here is our yogurt cake. So here we have to tell the boys not to overdo it, not to eat too much. Otherwise, we start off on the wrong foot here. And here we are for the first lunch of our challenge. The water is boiling. What have we chosen as the first course for today at noon? A nice carbonara pasta. We thought about making dishes that are quite complete, balanced.
The carbonara, however, has carbohydrates because we have pasta, then we have eggs, so a source of protein.
And apart from that, then I'll make a side dish. Today it will be mixed salad.
When I was down and out, along came you.
Here is our beautiful big salad, and voila, our nice half kilo of carbonara. We have the salad. My children don't want to be filmed. Well, it doesn't matter. So let's move on to dinner.
What are we eating good tonight?
I took out our nice cod to defrost, and so I will make a nice gratinated cod and then some stewed vegetables. As stewed vegetables, I will make a cabbage and carrots.
Now, while the vegetables are going, I turn on the oven, we set it to 180 degrees, and we go to prepare the cod. So I'm going to prepare the gratin, so with a bit of dry bread. Now, I don't have a budget. Exactly, I put a little bit of salt, a little bit of oil, a little bit of parsley. Allow me this, because otherwise it's really sad. But if you want to make it good, you chop in capers and anchovies, and it becomes a spectacle. Then I simply put a little bit of salt on the fish as well, because otherwise we have the breadcrumbs that are salty and the fish is not. Then we put a little bit of a drop of oil on top. Here is how they look. And now the cod goes into the oven at 180 degrees, about 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Our cod is ready. Here it is, our vegetables are here. For carbs tonight, I'm having 2 slices of whole grain bread as I'm still trying to stick to my diet. Laurie, there's the stewed cabbage here with the carrots and the cod.
I don't take it.
What do you mean no? They're so good.
This morning for breakfast and maybe even for a snack, we're making pancakes. So what do we need to make pancakes? 500 grams of flour, a bit of sugar, 4 eggs, 40 ml of vegetable oil, about half a liter of milk, maybe a bit less, a pinch of salt, half a packet of olive oil.
I'm going to miss you, but I'll be gone.
Here are the finished pancakes. Good breakfast to everyone.
Second lunch of this, our challenge, and the recipe. Today it will be Cantonese rice, a bit revisited, obviously because there is no budget. However, a Cantonese rice.
You made me beg and you made me cry.
So I made a light onion saute, diced ham and peas. I let everything brown together. Then separately, I beat the eggs. I'm going to put them in the pan. I'm going to scramble them. Now I do everything together to avoid dirtying 1,000 pans. Well, this is the result. 450 grams of rice and voila, our Cantonese rice. Guys, I'd say we have enough here for 5 people. And here we are at our second dinner. And the first thing I do is turn on the oven to 200 degrees. Because today, I'm going to show you the simplest, cheapest, and tastiest recipe I know. That is baked ricotta. The important thing is that you need to preheat the oven and put the ricotta in when the oven is hot. A bit of salt, I'm going to put some cheese on top, and then I'm going to drizzle a bit of oil. Now I am making the simplest version possible, but if you want, you can add oregano, you can add other spices, you can add, I don't know, curry, you can add paprika. Let's say you can season it a little bit to your liking. As a side dish for something simple and quick, baked tomatoes. And voila, our dinner for tonight. This one is a bit messy. Do you know why? Because I wanted to shoot a scene while I was putting the ricotta in the oven, but this happened. Well, accidents aside, this is our dinner. Then 2 slices of bread, so dinner went well today too. I forgot to film this morning. For breakfast anyway, we ate the leftover pancakes from yesterday with jam. And for lunch, what are we eating? Absolutely nothing. Why? Because we have some leftovers. Here we have some vegetables from the other day. Here we have ricotta with tomatoes. Here we have some cod. We'll eat some leftovers, but I'll still make the pasta we planned for today. Let's make a nice pasta with cauliflower and tuna. How do I make pasta with cauliflower and tuna? So, okay, water to boil. I put in my cauliflower, where I will then cook the pasta. So it gets well flavored with cauliflower. And then I will put in 3 cans of tuna. Here it is. Now I'll saute it a little bit, then I'll add some cooking water. Because at my house we like the cauliflower nice and mashed. And then that's it. I throw in the pasta and season it, and voila, our pasta with tuna and cauliflower. Today for lunch we're also making another preparation, homemade paella. So the recipe for homemade paella, I'll read it because I don't remember it. Remember, 1 kilogram of flour, half a liter of water, 12 grams of salt, 100 grams of oil. You make the dough, then you make balls of about 100 to 120 grams. You roll them out and cook them in a pan. Welcome to this third dinner of our challenge. Let's start the piadina party. And voila, here's my beautiful piadina. Cooked ham and tomatoes, and for a side, I'm also making some salad, then a nice piece of fruit. Anyway, we'll manage like this tonight. We needed some cheese, we even forgot we wanted to get a spreadable one, but oh well, we'll settle. And tonight we also soaked the beans, because we will need them for tomorrow's lunch recipe. And today, Steph has been operational since morning, because we have an experiment to do for tonight. And then we also started cooking the beans, because today we will use them for 2 recipes. So this morning, among other things, we went to get a few things that we were missing. We spent €2.40. We are still within the €100 because for today's recipe we needed dried tomatoes, and then we also bought another kilo of flour. So now Steph is preparing the hamburger buns for tonight. Do you want to give the quick recipe?
You will need about half a kilo of flour, 6 grams of dry yeast, a teaspoon and a half of salt, 3 eggs, 30 grams of sugar, 35 grams of butter, 10 centiliters of water, and 14 centiliters of milk.
Here today, a fantastic chili con carne, which is one of our favorite dishes. Then we add a drop of tomato, then there are beans to put in. Anyway, you will see now, delicious dish, single dish, because then we will add the rice. Look how beautiful. And here is our lunch today, rice with chili. Here we leave it separate, because then everyone can put their amount of rice and chili on top. Here, in the meantime, our dough for the hamburgers has risen a lot. But look how beautiful our buns for tonight's hamburgers are.
While the buns are finishing cooking, let me show you the dough for our vegan burgers. So here I've put some chopped onion, 85 grams of sun-dried tomatoes, some oat flakes, 250 grams of beans, a bit of salt, a bit of pepper.
And here we are at dinner time tonight. Hamburgers, look at these beautiful buns that Steph made. In addition, she also prepared the dough here to make vegan burgers. Then we put in lettuce and our cheese slices. By the way, tonight we also have a guest, my sister. Did you know that today you will taste for the first time the burgers we make?
I came to scrounge a meal.
Whatever there is.
If you're sick, I don't want to know anything. Here are our vegan burgers. What do you think of them?
I think it's good. Come on.
And voila, our vegan burger. Let's do it. Lori's live tasting. It's still hot. I put it in the oven a bit.
It's bigger than you.
How is it?
It's good.
It's good, the taste of Aunt.
It's true.
Good. It tastes like meat.
No.
Good morning. We're super productive this morning. Steph has opened a pastry shop here on the table.
Today it's chocolate fondant and tart.
So, small parenthesis, the only ingredient we forgot, which is off the list, are 2 blocks of chocolate.
Steph's quick muffin recipe.
50 grams of flour, 3 eggs, 160 grams of chocolate, preferably dark. We also need 130 grams of butter plus 2 grams of salt and 120 grams of sugar. So for the chocolate fondants, I melted the cocoa, that is chocolate with butter, in the microwave. Once melted, I added the sugar and now I'm adding the eggs. Finally, the flour. In the oven for 11 to 13 minutes at 200 degrees.
Steph, quick recipe for short crust pastry for the tart.
For the tart, we need 250 grams of flour, 125 of butter, 100 of sugar, 1 egg, a teaspoon of baking powder. Bake at 180 degrees for about half an hour. You need to keep an eye on the cooking.
As for our lunch, we will make a nice pasta with ragu sauce. Here is our beautiful mixed salad and voila, our pasta with ragu sauce. Look how beautiful it is. At this point, I would say that we are also set for this lunch, and here we are at dinner.
And what will we do? As a recipe? What was missing, guys, is the puff pastry.
So let's make a nice savory pie with vegetables. So we have a leftover bell pepper, 3 zucchinis, then we have our nice eggs. Grana padano. Ah yes, I forgot. We also need a bit of milk and then we'll add a drop of milk. We simply saute the vegetables in a pan, then we add the puff pastry. Don't say you can't make a savory pie. It's the simplest dish. Vegetables. Puff pastry. You prick the puff pastry a bit, then we make the mixture to make the frittata, basically with the grana. You pour it in and then in the oven. Very simple. What's better than a nice salted zucchini and peppers? The pastry is ready and there is the mixture that we are going to put in.
Voila, our beautiful savory pie with vegetables.
So it's a bit little for 5, so tonight also a couple of slices of bread on the side. I would say they fit. So, we've also arrived at lunchtime today and we had planned to make a pasta dish. But since there are some leftovers, a few kilos are left over, some rice is left over, this is still a little bit of pasta. So I'm still making a first course, but I'm not making the amount we had planned to make. So I'm not making half a kilo of pasta, but I'm making 205 grams. So today, as a first course, we planned pasta with tuna and onion and also olives, which I forgot. In the fridge, we have 8 cans of tuna left. Here I put 3. Here it is, a nice sauté of onion, tuna, olives. Then now I put some cooking water and it's perfect. And voila, our pasta with tuna, onion and olives. Then for the rest, we eat some leftovers. Today, Steph, we are about to reach the end of this challenge. Today, we're going to make a nice cold salad with potatoes, hard-boiled eggs, the last tomato I have left, olives, and our pickles. Now, I'm going to get to work and show you how this recipe turns out. And voila, our salad, this quick, fresh, easy to make summer dish.
And here we are at another lunch.
So in the menu we had planned an omelette with potatoes and onions, but there are only 4 eggs left and they are a bit few. So well, let's make the omelette anyway. Because there's a little bit of milk left, a bit of grana, it's left. Potatoes, onions, here they are. I will just put 2-3 potatoes, I won't put more. Something like that. So guys, there's also leftover stuff for this challenge. And then I'll make a little bit of pasta. We'll see now. If the tomato is plain, so we make a first and second course, because it's true that carbohydrates are given to us by potatoes, proteins are given to us by eggs. However, and so I would say that we also brought this lunch home. And in your opinion, as the last dinner of this challenge, what could we eat if not a nice pizza? We have a few things left, actually, to put on top. Apart from, well, tomato and mozzarella, there's no doubt about that. Well, we have some zucchini left. And the second piece of cooked ham is still all here. So I personally wanted to make it with ham and zucchini. And here it is, our pizza, before being baked. I didn't feel like slicing the ham. I cut it into strips a bit like margarita and a bit like zucchini and cooked ham. I can't wait to eat a nice slice of pizza. And voila, our beautiful pizza is served. Well guys, our week is over. It's possible to eat with 100 euros of shopping a week for 5 people. Well, at this point I would say yes, because it's true. We added some small ingredient because we already had it at home, but it's also true that we have some left over of the ingredients. Like half a bag of onions, some potatoes, a piece of cooked ham, 500 grams of chickpeas. So, roughly speaking, I would say it's possible. And in this video, we gave you an example of how it can be done. So please, make sure this video gets to 3,000 likes because the next challenge will be with 80 euros of spending. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet, and we, as usual, will see you around.